Welcome to 15 Minutes with Dad, the podcast that gives you 15 minutes of inspiration, practical advice, and heartfelt conversations to empower your journey in fatherhood. I'm your host, Lirec Williams, a dynamic career visual and performing artist, professional data system director, and an author who's been a dad longer than any of those titles, proudly guiding a blended family of 4. And here we dive into transformational strategies, real life stories, and actionable tips that helps you navigate the challenges of family life and divorce, all while growing into the best version of yourself. Whether you're looking to boost your emotional resilience, redefine your role as a father, or simply find balance in your everyday life, you're in the right place. So get ready to transform your fatherhood journey 1 minute at a time. Now let's get started. Welcome to this special series of 15 Minutes with Dad. I'm your host, Lirec Williams, and today I want to do something different. This isn't just another episode. This is a start of a series where I'm inviting you into my journey, raw, difficult, and honest. We're going to ask the question, what does it truly mean to heal as a man? Because far too long, men have been told healing is weakness. We've been told to keep pushing, keep providing, keep proving ourselves, even if it means ignoring the broken places inside of us. And sometimes we're asked to heal without the space to safely do that. But here's the truth. Ignoring wounds doesn't heal them. It only ensures that we pass them down. So in this first episode, we're going to talk about the sacrifices of those you love when you begin to heal. How things once served you may no longer align with who you're becoming. The power of stepping back to see your life from a 3-story above perspective. We're going to talk about how attachment styles, anxious avoidance, dismissive, and unstructured clash in cycles that leave families hurting. And how to evaluate your love skills and those around you as you navigate change. This is a hard conversation. It's also a hopeful one because healing isn't just possible, it's necessary for us, for our children, for our family, our loved one, and for the legacy we leave behind. When you begin the process of healing, you quickly realize something. Healing doesn't just affect you. It affects everyone around you. And the people you love may have grown comfortable with the version of you who never spoke up, who never set boundaries, who kept sacrificing without asking for anything in return. And when you start changing, when you begin to align with your truth, it can almost feel like betrayal to them. Maybe you stop engaging in the habits that kept you numb. Maybe you stop agreeing to situations that drain your spirit. Maybe you started saying no where you used to always say yes. And here's the tension. Those changes, even though they're healthy, can create pain for the people you love most. Your partner, your parents, even your children. And that's the first sacrifice of healing. So recognizing that you can't become who you're meant to be without disrupting what people have come to expect of you. I'll say that one more time. You can't become who you're meant to be without disrupting what people have come to expect of you. And when kids are involved, those choices feel heavier. You wonder if healing yourself will destabilize them. You might ask, am I protecting them by staying the same, or am I protecting them by becoming whole? That's the cost. Healing requires courage, not just for yourself, but for the impact it will have on your family. And when you're inside the mess of life, everything feels urgent, emotional, and confusing. So that's why I'm going to talk about taking a 3-story above perspective. Like imagine stepping out of your body, floating 1 story to see the situation, floating an additional story above your life and looking down at it. From that view, you're not just reacting, you're now observing. From 3 stories up, you can ask, what cycles keep repeating in my life? Where am I surviving but not thriving? What pain have I normalized so much I no longer notice it? What good am I overlooking because I'm stuck in the stress? The higher perspective lets you see the truth more clearly. Sometimes you'll realize things are better than you thought. They just need your presence. And other times, you'll see the cracks, the dysfunction, the damage, and you'll know something has to change. This step is critical because without perspective, we confuse familiarity with health. We stay stuck because it feels normal, even if normal is slowly destroying us. Now let's talk about something that changed everything for me. Attachment theory. So attachment theory says that the way we bonded with our caregivers as children shapes how we connect in relationships as adults. And if you grew up with safety, consistency, and emotional presence, you probably develop secure attachment. You trust love, you give love, and you don't fear abandonment. But many of us didn't get that. Some of us developed anxious attachments, craving closeness, fearing abandonment, always needing reassurance, avoidant or dismissive attachment, craving independence, avoiding vulnerability, pulling away when things get too close, or even disorganized attachment, a mix of fear and longing where love feels unsafe and chaotic. Here's the problem. Anxious and avoidant often end up together. One craves closeness, the other fears it. One pursues, the other withdraws, and then feed each other's wounds in a cycle that feels impossible to escape. Does that sound familiar? It's not just a romantic relationship. It shows up in co-parenting, friendships, even the way we parent our kids. And if we don't break the cycle, we pass it on. Our sons learn that masculinity means shutting down. Our daughters learn that love means instability, and the cycle continues. Healing means interrupting that pattern. First in yourself, then in your relationships, then in the way you raise your children. Here's the truth. Most of us were never taught how to love well. We were taught how to provide, how to protect, how to endure, but not how to love with empathy, presence, and vulnerability. And that's why I'm calling it love skills, just to make it simple. Because loving well isn't just a feeling. It's a set of skills that you practice. Some skills, some love skills could include things like listening without trying to fix, validating feelings even when you don't understand them, comforting without controlling, setting boundaries without shutting down, or apologizing without shame. Now, if you don't have these skills, you can't teach them to your kids. And if the people around you lack these skills, you'll clash until you both learn new ones. Healing requires you to be brutally honest with yourself, with your partner. So I would say start with yourself. What love skills do you already practice? Or ask yourself, what love skills am I missing? And how do I start learning them so I can pass them on? Now, I don't share this as a theory. I share it as my reality. I've had to look in the mirror and admit the truth that the version of me my family needed yesterday may not be the version they need tomorrow. I've had to face nights of guilt, wondering if my healing is hurting my kids. I've had to wrestle with the sacrifice of people I love, knowing my change may feel like a loss to them. But I've also seen what happens when I start to heal. My patience grows, my anger quiets, my presence deepens, and my children feel safer. Now, I'm not perfect. I stumble, I fail, but I'm learning that healing as a man doesn't mean becoming flawless. It means becoming whole and showing my kids what wholeness looks like in real life. This message that I'm giving you in this episode and the rest of the series is going to be the rawest that I think I've ever been, as I've been doing this podcast through the entirety of my healing journey. And I've recently made an extremely tough decision in my life. And it's caused pain to quite a few people. But I felt like it was the right thing to do, because as I learned about attachment theory, I learned that just because it's an attachment style doesn't mean that it's an active state at all times. I ended a relationship with a person that I love, with a family that I love so dearly, with the hope that my future self could love better, could be loved better, and the future self could grow. And for that, I am the villain in a lot of people's story, because I ended a relationship with someone who loves me and would do anything to make it work. I ended a relationship that carried along children that love me as if I'm their father, and I love them as if they're my sons. But this space is so difficult to explain, and I'm going to try to do that in this series of 7 episodes. So please bear with me. And we're going to work through this together. And so what does it truly mean to heal as a man? It means sacrifice. It means letting go of what no longer serves you. It means gaining perspective from the 3 stories above concept. It means recognizing your attachment wounds and breaking the cycle. And it means working to learn new love skills for yourself, for those you love, and for the children who are watching. So here's your challenge this week. Take 20 minutes to step 3 stories above your life. Write down what you see: the good, the pain, the patterns, and the possibilities. Ask yourself, what needs to change for me to truly heal? And next week, we'll talk about the cost of survival and how men normalize pain and pass it on. We'll look at how we bury trauma under busyness and how that silent survival mode steals life from us and our kids. Make sure you subscribe to 15 Minutes with Dad. You can follow us on all social media platforms at 15 Minutes with Dad. Let's walk the journey together, because healing is not just for us, it's for our children, our family, it's for our legacy, and it starts now. And just like that, we've hit an end of another epic journey here at 15 Minutes with Dad. I'm your host, Lirec, and I am thrilled to have shared this time with you. But guess what? The conversation is far from over. Want to dive deeper into the Dadverse? Check out our website at 15minuteswithdad.com and join our vibrant community on Instagram,
Discord, and TikTok for your daily dose of dad inspiration, camaraderie. And here's something special. Subscribe to our newsletter at 15minuteswithdad.com for exclusive goodies and behind-the-scene peeks you won't find anywhere else. Got a burning question or a dad moment that made you proud? We're all ears. Submit your questions and share those special moments with us for a chance to be featured and shout out on our show. It's your time to shine in our dad community, so tap in with our Discord, and our server is at 15 Minutes with Dad, so tap in for that. Engage with the community and you will be featured on our show. Each week we will do another feature, so join in. Love today's episode. Spread the love by sharing it with a friend and leaving us a review. Let's get the word out and grow our awesome dad family, because guess what? When you give us a review and you rate our podcast, you give everybody the chance to enjoy what you've enjoyed about this podcast as well. So mark your calendars, because new episodes drop every Thursday of the week. Ready for more heartwarming stories, laughs, and dad wisdom? We can't wait to have you back. But until next time, keep being the amazing dad you are. Every day is a new adventure and every moment is special. Catch you on the next episode. Love, peace, and chicken grease.